What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're gonna do another episode of the Forgotten Gold Farm, and this is a farm that I showed back in April 2018, so almost 2 years ago, and it's still working really well to this point, to this day, right? And maybe even better now than a couple of months ago, because now with the new auction house, some of the materials, they don't cost you your liver just to put up on the auction house. So the items that we're talking about is the Nether Dragon Scale and the Wind Scale. So as I said, I made a video about this back in the past where I showed you guys that me and another guy did it. We made 175 and 176,000 gold just in material, like market value on the material. So it's really good. Right now the prices are almost the same as back then on the materials. You have the Nether Dragon Scale going for 700 gold in my realm, but 1100, almost 1200 golds on a Nether Dragon Scale. And then you have the Wind Scale, relatively cheap on my realm at 349 and 1100 gold market value. So we're gonna do it like the farm takes place all the way up here in the Blade's Edge, and it's basically around this place, like the Death's Door. That's where we're gonna circle around this place, and we're obviously killing the dragons, these guys, for the Nether Dragon Scale. I'm also I got the legendary boots on, so I'm killing mobs as fast as I can to get the wisp form, so I can fly between mobs. It's gonna speed things up, and you definitely wanna pick up a Dark Moon Firewater. Like, skinning becomes so much faster, and then I can just fly between the mobs. Like, it's super smooth. You don't group this up and AoE down the mobs. I just got another Dragon Scale right there. And you just jump from mob to mob and kill him. And once you've circled around this, like the south part of the Death's Door, this is where the dragons are, and on the east and north is where the serpents are, where that's gonna give you the Wind Scale. And even though the Wind Scale or the Nether Dragon Scale is like way less than the other, you should still do both because of respawn. If you do a perfect lap like me, like kill every single mob of the serpents and the dragons, there's always going to be mobs up. And you also get an okay amount of Noctide leather, which is nice if you're crafting and make it into heavy Noctide and sell it on the auction house, and it's going to add up to a decent amount of gold. So just doing one lap, now I got a couple more Nether Dragon Scales, but doing one lap I managed to get 5,000 gold in materials, which is insane. Keep in mind though, the transmog items that needs these materials are quite pricey. They're kind of expensive, hence the price of the materials. So the material is not going to sell super fast, but if you combine like all these expensive material farms that I show in these Forgotten Gold Farm videos, and you make sure that you always have them up in the auction house, because they're not hard to farm, they're kind of hard to sell, right? They sell slowly, but they sell for a lot of gold. So if you just do all of them, you have like a big diversity of different materials on the auction house, and they always sell eventually. Like, I used to farm these all the time back in the days before they fucked up the posting fee on old materials, and then I kind of stopped doing it. I only farmed it for my own use. And you gotta keep in mind also that if you're selling some of the farmed materials and you're crafting yourself, you might just be feeding your competition with mats. However, some of these materials are used for BOP items too, that people craft just so they can get the appearance for themselves. And those materials are nice to put on the auction house. It doesn't matter if you feed your competition. And right here we can take a look at the serpents, the scale wing serpents. These are the guys that drops the Wind Scale. So you can see there's a nice density of mobs. You're always going to have mobs up to kill. And putting a gold per hour on this farm is it doesn't seem fair, man, because the prices, they go from a couple hundred gold to a couple of thousand gold, depending on what realm you play on. So I'm not going to put a gold per hour on this, even though the market value is like 150, 170,000 gold an hour. I mean, I'm pretty confident that you could get close to those numbers, but it's going to take a while until you do, because it takes a while to sell it. And you never know, if there's not that many in the auction house, you could throw up your mats and you could sell them overnight. Like, you never know how fast it's going to sell. But that was pretty much it for today's Forgotten Gold Farm. I mean, if you guys got any questions whatsoever, or any suggestions on the next Forgotten Gold farm, then leave it down in the comment section. I also appreciate it when you guys hit that thumbs up. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And that's pretty much it. See you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye.